Hey everybody, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam, and it feels like it has been a very long time since we have done this, because comparatively speaking, it has been a long time. My last stream was on not last Thursday, but the Thursday prior to that. So it's been a week and a half since we have done a live stream. So welcome back. Now, there is also this little thing that we're doing here. And let's see here. Andrew is here. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you. Philip is here. What's here? And so do you. I am here, but I will not be able to stay the whole time. Okay, that's all right. Victoria, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you. But we'll rewatch it later too. Very cool. Hi all. Hi Sam. Hello, Victoria. Eric is here. Great. Now he's going to rub our noses in the fact that we couldn't go to Origins. No. I'm here to share in the joy of having been able to go. Andrew says, I am here, but I will not be able to stay longer than Victoria. All right, cool, Andrew. That's cool. Micah says, hello, Sam. Missed you. Good to see you again. Good to see you too. Hello. Terrier Halo says, hello. Good to see you. What's up, gang? Jesse, good to see you. Thank you for being here, everybody. All right, so now, as some of you have already kind of caught on, this is not our normal Tuesday fare. And I did try to make allusions to that in both the description of the video and in, where I posted it to hopefully draw more viewers. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go over my the games that I brought back from Origins. Now, the reason I want to do this is because, well, first of all, I have to open up all these games anyway, so that I can get them ready to play. Might as well let you guys take part in that. That's what we're doing here. Now, we are not going to be doing our regular It Belongs in a Museum today. And that is because I do have to record a video and edit a video for to go up on Dice Tower tomorrow. So I do have other things that I need to do. Plus, we have Citigroup tonight, so I've got to help Jess get ready for that as well. So Tuesdays are pretty full. And to get 2 live streams in here, which is what I would really want to do. I don't want to break the continuity of It Belongs in a Museum, but I also want to share these games that we were able to pick up, and we will be sharing with you over the course of the next few months on the flip side. So we are guessing. Are we guessing the games he hauled? No. Obligatory TI4 guess in Eric's honor. Eric is here. So that's cool. A week ago, I was at this thing, at this big CMON event. They had lent that monster guy they put into a bunch of games a while back, Eddie, I think they call him, to some band that performed. Oh, that was well done. That was well done because you made it seem like you were actually thinking about some stuff. So, okay, so Terrier Halo went to an Iron Maiden concert, apparently, and Simon has lent Eddie to Iron Maiden to use in their shows. That's an interesting concept, Terrier. Well done. I am slightly envious. Iron Maiden is a great concert. I've never seen Iron Maiden in concert, but I've heard they are phenomenal. So well done. Helps me add to my wish list. That is already a mile long. Yes. I think he has TI4 roll and write expansion. You're going to be at Dice Tower East. No, Blake. Not going to be at Dice Tower East. So the Dice Tower is, for lack of a better term, and again, it's only temporary until they sell, the houses that are in Florida. They're operating on a tighter budget this year because of moving to Fort Myers, having to have places to stay, a studio, all of that kind of stuff. Lots of great new changes. This is not bad news. It's just the way things are. You know what I mean? They're operating on a much tighter budget than normal, and my ticket is one of the most expensive ones that they have to purchase in order to bring people in. I'm going to sit out this year so that they don't have to worry about that. So just keep that in mind. All right, I'm not going to be at Dice Tower East, but it's cool because it's still going to be a great con. So if you're going, I won't be there. Bummer, but you're gonna have a blast. Doug is here. Hello all, great to see everyone again. Victoria said, okay, have to go. See you later, Victoria. It was a fantastic concert. Played the whole Rime of the Ancient Mariner, for example. Wow, that's really cool. He was at Dice Tower West. That's all that matters. That's a little bit. They're also flying in Pros D, so that eats into the budget. Yes, that is correct. So, again, I think it's going to be a great time. I think it's going to be a great convention, and it's a bummer that we won't be there, but it's still going to be a great time. So go have a blast. All right, so Origins. I actually wasn't even planning on going to Origins this year. Kind of at the last minute, Berkey from Game Toppers called and said, hey, need some help. Would you be able to come? And we worked things out. I basically just got called in, kind of not really last minute, but in the whole grand scheme of things, really kind of felt like last minute. But anyway, got called in by Berkey, and definitely he had a place for me to stay. He paid for the plane ticket, and we are ready to go. Really enjoyed myself. Berkey's booth did amazingly well. We sold, oh goodness, at the convention proper, we sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say no. I'm okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say we sold 8 or 9 tables at the convention. Maybe even more than that. I can't remember how many he actually brought, but just thinking about the sales that I know of, we sold probably 8 or 9 tables, if not a couple more than that. Basically, we sold everything that he brought as far as tables were concerned, and we sold a lot of playmats and a lot of accessories. So they did very well. I don't know the numbers, but I do know that Berkey was very pleased with the entire event, and he's doing very well. As you may know, the Kickstarter for Game Toppers 5.0 is going on right now, and it's going to be going on until July 11th. One of the biggest things, one of the biggest takeaways from this Kickstarter is that this is the best time to get in on kind of the ground floor, because while everybody else is inflating their prices, Berkey has found a way to deflate his prices and deflate his shipping costs. So he's working his butt off to make sure that you guys reap the benefits of a great product, great customer service, and people of integrity that work there at Game Toppers. So take that for what it's worth. I'm not getting paid by Game Toppers at all. They do provide products for us to use here on the channel. The Holmes Game Topper that I have here, all of the playmats that we use on the channel, those are provided by Game Toppers, but we don't get a paycheck. So take that for what it's worth. We agreed to go into this sponsorship with Berkey because first of all, he's a great friend of mine, and he's got a great product. So go check it out at the very least. You know, whether you buy something or not, I have no skin in that game. But I can push you in the right direction of products that I believe and trust in. That's what I'm doing. All right, so here we go. I wish I could go to Dice Tower East, but don't have the money and also don't really want to go to Florida. Understood. Eric, I know you wouldn't pay to fly you out. See you live. I'd have nightmares for a week. I saw the Locket mat in a Dice Tower video, and that looked quite nice. Yes, it is. Did you meet Secret Cabal guys? I did not. I've just never. I mean, you know, we've had interactions but I've never really had that real solid of a connection with the Secret Cabal people. They do a great job, and I've just never been in on that group. You know what I mean? So I know Berkey went to the event. He sponsors. He partially sponsors, I think, their event. So he was there, and a couple other guys from the booth went as well. But I didn't. I was, if I'm remembering correctly, I was really tired that night, and so I just didn't go to it. And so yeah, no, I didn't go meet any of the Secret Cabal people. Get on with it. My computer is rusting here. Wow, Eric. Okay, dude. Wow. Oh my goodness. You made a cameo in Tom's origin vlog. Had to laugh. Yeah, we did get to spend a lot of time together. It was a good time to see Tom and Jason. Those were the only two guys from the Dice Tower there. Tom got brought in as a special guest, and Jason was there to work the Arcane Wonders booth with the Dice Tower Essentials. So it was great to see them. Went out to a couple of meals, a few meals with them. Played a couple of games with them as well, and just had a blast. It's always good to see good friends and get to spend time with them and catch up and just, you know, not really even talking shop, just shooting the breeze, just like regular old people do. So it's very cool. Yep, you're on fire, Eric. Yeah, hopefully, for real. No, I'm just kidding. I don't wish anybody to be on fire except Eric. No, I'm just kidding. I don't accept. No, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a second-degree burn. But yeah, there you go. Snapped his fingers and set off fireworks. See what I'm saying? It's pure magic. Pure magic. We just got fireworks when you snapped. There you go. I'm now typing with my laptop now, or whatever you use there. Interesting. Sam is Thanos. I certainly hope not. I'm going to stop snapping if that's the case. All right. So one of the things that I found that was pretty cool was that I was able to find many of the games that I put on my top 10 games of interest for Gen Con. I was actually able to find them at Origins, and who knew it? Pick them up. So that's a really cool thing. So you'll notice that there is some overlap there, and because I wasn't planning on going to Origins, I didn't make an Origins list. I knew I wasn't going to Gen Con, so the only involvement that I would have with Gen Con is making that list, so I put it up on the Dice Tower. And so I didn't even look at the preview list on BGG for Origins, so I didn't know if these games were going to be available at Origins, but I knew they were going to be available at Gen Con. So let's go ahead and get started. First one is this one right here, Iliad. Now, Iliad is a game by Reiner Knizia, artwork by Harry Conway, and it is a two-player game that is going to be lasting 30 minutes. I had the letter number 2 in my mind. The Mythos collection, two-player games of strategy and mythology. This is from Bitewing Games, Reiner Knizia, and it's got a square board, and this is one that actually didn't make my list, Iker, which we'll go over in just a minute because I was able to pick that up. Looks a lot better, and so I decided to put that on my list rather than Iliad. But Iliad is a game that, is this? No, this is not. I think this is the new one. Let me double check real quick because I did make a note on my paper here. Where is it? Ba, 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 ba. Yes, I made notes, Eric. Go figure. Here we go. Yeah, Icar is the reimplementation of Battle for Olympus. So this one is I think it's a reprint, but again, I don't think it was at the same time. It feels like it should be a reprint because I know that I've seen games with that in the future. I'm sorry, in the past. But Reiner Knizia, 2-player game. This is stuff that I kind of am very on board with because Jess likes Reiner. And the level of games that he makes are right down her alley. And the fact that they're a 2-player, we can get these played a lot. So let's go ahead and get down to the table. And we will take a look at the inside components of the box. So I'm using my grandpa's old pocket knife there. I don't know where our grapefruit knife went. We used to use grapefruit knives all the time. And yeah, Sam the Time Traveler, I know. He needs a teleprompter. No, I don't. I don't need a teleprompter. That would make it scripted. I don't want it to be scripted. All right, so here we go. Here's the rule book. That's what setup looks like. All right, so you're going to start with a bunch of people in the middle, and then you're going to you're basically placing tiles, and you're trying to score the most points and have overwhelming control. So what's the objective? Take turns placing one tile at a time and earn the favor of all 5 of the gods. At the end of the game, the winner is the player who has collected success tokens representing all 5 gods. If both players or neither players meets this qualification, then the winner is the player who has earned the most points from success tokens. There you have it. So, and again, this is one of the reasons why we like Reiner's games so much. Rules are like super simple. Now, I do like the look of this game as well. Check this out. This is the Kickstarter edition that I purchased. So this might be a little bit better than your. Check these out. These are nice bags. Can fit my hand in there too. But anyway, these are nice bags. I like it. One for each player. Bing, bing. Yep. And then we have, where's the thing? There it is. Then we have the board and another bag. This probably looks like a general bag of some kind. That's neat. So we'll put that in there. And then this is your table. See that? So I'm going to give this an iron, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. I might just, not worry about it. But now another thing that you have in here are these tokens and a whole bunch more tokens. But I am not going to punch these out because, well, I also purchased that right there. And I did that on purpose so that you could hear the thud of all of these wooden pieces that I purchased. Because I went ahead and purchased the deluxe components for all of these things. So this is a coolness factor. Now, another thing that I didn't really kind of think as I was purchasing this, because I was just like, hey, deluxe components? Yes, please. So you have all of these different things, and you have all of these numbers on them and so forth, and that's the strength, and these are special abilities and so forth. So you get the idea. But we're putting all of these things in because they're going to go into their own bag. And one of the things that I'm hoping as I stack these up, because these are pretty stinking thick tokens here, I'm hoping that these are going to fit in the bag that was made for, I'm imagining, cardboard tokens. But we will see. And we're about to find out in just a few moments, because I'm going to do it on screen. There we go. And then all of these things here, I imagine these are going to go. Oh, here's what we can do. We can show the difference between the different things here as we are going through. The 10 goes up here. Have another thing down here. So that just gives you an idea of the difference. I need another. Boop. Looks like the color is a little bit more crisp on the wooden tokens, which is interesting because I would imagine normally they aren't so. But I think all of these things, all of the God tokens, go in here. And I'm pretty sure they're going to fit pretty well. So we'll do that. This is taking longer than I thought it would, but that's my fault. What do you guys think of this so far? Component drop, missed those. Old school of unboxing, I see. Yes, indeed. So all of the gods go in here. Zip, just like so. All right, that's going to go over here. And then all of the blue guys will go in here. And zip. Looks like it's going to be okay, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. These guys go in here. Zip. And then I'm going to take all these out. Here's the moment of truth. Do they fit? Looks like it. Then this will go in there, like so. Then that will go in there, just like that. So that actually is a bonus, baby! Here are all the cardboard tokens that are not going to be in the game, and that's kind of unfortunate because this is wasted. But there you have it. That's Iliad. All right. Oh, we need to put that back to auto. All right. Welcome back. Hey, what's up, Ken? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Does Eldritch Horror work as a gateway game? I don't know, Kevin. Does it hold up in 2025? You know, I don't know because I'm not a huge Eldritch Horror fan. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of Lovecraftian themes. So I don't really play a lot of it. So you'd have to ask someone else because you're barking up the wrong tree for me, pal. All right, those are all there. This is the first game, Ken. Yes, indeed it is. Number 2. The other one that, now this is a reprint or a reimplementation. There we go. Reimplementation of Battle for Olympus. Also a Reiner Knizia game. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't recall having played Battle for Olympus. I could be wrong. But this is also the Kickstarter edition as well. And again, I don't know if that's going to piss somebody off because they haven't got their Kickstarter copy yet. And how in the world are they going to sell their stuff at the, you know, I have no idea. And I'm sorry if that's the case. But I have no idea. All right. So let's get down to the table. And because we got a lot of more games to go. All right, here we go. What did you have against... Oh, I have no idea what he just said. All right. Oh, make sure I get rid of all these silica gels. All right, so these are wooden tokens for Icker, and I may or may not be opening these for a reason. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, here we go. This. What is the deal with cloth? Well, actually, you know what? I don't mind cloth. Oh, that was a wrong thing to do. Just wasted a perfectly good plastic bag. Dang it. All right, so here we go. Another cloth mat. That's pretty, I don't know how I feel about cloth mats, but I'm thinking that it shouldn't be a bad thing. So as we're going through, not going to rip this plastic bag open because we're going to save it. And we have those, and these, and more plastic baggies that we're going to save. Now, you may be asking, why are you saving all of these things? Why are you not? Because I also purchased, oh, wait. Here, forgot. Here are all the things, and from the artist of Icker, Tyler Miles Lockett, comes a stunning cinematic website to immerse yourself in the enchanting world of Greek myths. Here, legendary heroes speak in over 140 interactive and audio-narrated full-screen illustration pages. Well, that's interesting. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So, LockettStudio.co. Join our Sanctum community to explore the art process, photos and videos, and download high-res images. Engage in our Discord and our live. That's interesting. That's neat. There you go. Little thing about that. Now, we have cards. Hephaestus, Ares, Hestia, Hera, Caledonian Boar, Echidna, Typhon, and Geryon. All right, so here are some cards. So I believe that comes in the Kickstarter copy and not in regular, retail. There we go. And we also have Zeus, Poseidon, Athena, Heracles, Hermes, Aphrodite, Artemis, Apollo, player cards, and then we have Cyclops, the Griffin, Hydra, Medusa, the Minotaur, Cerberus, the Siren, Centaur, and player cards. So there we go. I'm going to add these in here, and then these will go on here, and so there you have 2 decks of cards. But as I was about to say, I did go ahead and purchase, instead of the wooden tokens, I went ahead and purchased the plastic ones that have this like super nice engraved thing in it. So the difference being just a red printed thing on a wooden disc, or these like super 3D tokens for the bad guys and for the good guys. So I got, little bugs. All right, so that is cool. These are pieces that when I saw them, I was like, I actually saw them online first, and I was like, dude, I hope they come with that. And then I saw that they didn't. They come with these instead. So I went ahead and purchased these. And they look nice. They're nice and chunky too. I like that. So we're going to keep those. So that's one thing that I kind of went a little bit deeper on as far as that's concerned. are these little plastic tokens instead of the wood. And then, why not went a little bit deeper and got the, instead of these tokens, these standees, we went ahead and got these standees, which are going to be a little bit more intensive because I've got to take all of these have like a plastic film over them. So it's going to take a little bit more time to get these ready to play because the bases have a little plastic film on them and both sides of these have a thing on them as well. But I went ahead and sprung for the plastic standees instead of just the cardboard ones. So yeah, I'm weird like that, but I am, let's see, I want to make sure, and this is of course the extra ones, so these are going to have to go in here, and then these are going to have to go, so one, boom, hyphen, and these three will go in here to match everything. All right, well, that is Icker. It's a re-implementation of Battle for Olympus. So take that for what it's worth. I'm going to put that in there. That's where that goes. These are going to stay unpunched for now. And these are going to have to be punched because these are, I believe, necessary for the game. So that's that. Go ahead and put that in here. Boom. That got closed up. And this got closed up. And then all of these cards need to go into... Actually, you know what? I betcha. Yeah, we got two things from the other game. Look at this. So we've got one player, just like that. And the other player, just like that. And of course, these are going to go with the cardboard standees. I'll probably just keep them out and get them ready to go somewhere else. That's going to be used somewhere else along with this one. Put those over there. And this will get folded. Just like that. And that is Icker by Reiner Knizia. All right. Back up top, wood is better than cardboard, plastic is better than wood, and metal hits all of them. That is correct, Micah. Absolutely agree with you. I believe the term for non-Kickstarter version you were seeking was Peasant Edition. No, it's not Peasant Edition. Retail Edition, that's the word I was looking for. I put the rule book back in there. That would be important. All right, next. This one's a little bit easier. This is a Tales to Amaze promo set. And so I'm really enjoying Tales to Amaze. And what I've got here is some promo cards. So Striking Beauty for Alice. Vaporizing I-beams for the Golden Bat. And it's got that little foily look type thing on there. So did Striking Beauty. These are like foil cards, so that's pretty cool. Then I also have Energizing Spray. I can't remember, this is the doctor that's in the game, but Energizing Spray also has that foily look to it. Another card for Dr. Jill Trent and Daisy. And either of them can use this, and it's a 5 attack. And after combat, you also gain another action. That's a powerful card. And then for Tesla, Nikola Tesla, charge both coils, gain 1 action. And it's a special action. So that was pretty neat. Saw those, had to get it. And it also came with little miniatures. And let me go ahead and put it down on the little miniatures for the tokens that come in the game, little aliens that come in the game. And then you also have, you have alien tokens. And basically, they are tokens that are reversible. So one side has the a green alien head, and the other side has like a moth on it. But for the Mothman as your bad guy, you have these, and then you have the aliens for the other things. So I just wanted to bling out my copy of Tales to Amaze. So that's what these little dudes are, but I think that's a pretty cool thing. So just put all that stuff back in there, put this back in here until I can get it into the actual box for Tales to Amaze. But that was an easy one. Come back up, and that goes there. Then, won't open this one yet, but just wanted to show they actually did have the expansion for Xylotar there at Bezier Games. And I picked up a copy for myself, and I picked up a copy for JT as well. Just haven't been able to give it to him yet. But this is, 2 expansions. Okay, I get you. So basically, the 2 expansions, you have the off-key cards, which are half notes, and then you also have 20 new asymmetric card effects that are in here as well. So there's 2 modular expansions, but it's 1 expansion called Unhinged. But was able to pick that up as well. Trying to save as many of these bags as I possibly can so I can use them in other games. Let's see here. I'm happy I'm leaving for vacation in New England tomorrow. All right. Don't bother me. I ain't going outside. Wait, was that was a promo? I could have sworn I bought the retail edition and those were in there. I don't think so, because I bought the retail edition and they were not in there. So there you have it. Let's see, what did I miss? Oh boy, Iliad and Icar, definitely on my radar. Cool Greek mythology games. I'll watch those bits tomorrow. Very cool. People talking about weather. Sometimes wood feels nicer than plastic. Plastic can be cheaper than wood, though. Yes, that is true. All right, while I was at Bezier Games, also picked up a copy of Rebel Princess. And Rebel Princess is a trick-taking game, and I also picked up some extra goodies for Rebel Princess as well. So we'll go ahead and get down to the table and open this up, because I would imagine it's not going to take that long. JT really likes trick-taking games. I don't know if this is on his radar or not, but I'm going to be interested in seeing what he thinks about it. But basically, what we're doing here is, this is the deluxe edition. Ooh. All right, so please tell me this is more. My goodness. Wow, that's really thick paper. Man, really thick paper. All right, so you've got 27 pages, it looks like, but so you have a sequence of play. Round is ended. Rebel of the Ball. Playing the game, playing a trick. So you got that. Oh, wait, let me see. What does the warning say? Princes are not invited to the party. Therefore, at first, you cannot start a trick with a card from the prince suit. Once a player who is void of a suit plays a prince, this rule does not take the frog into account, as he is not not of the prince suit. The princes have snuck into the party. Well, well, well. So using the power of a princess, scoring marriage proposals End of the game is here. So, round cards. Okay, so it looks like from page 13 on, you have a bunch of different kinds of cards that are explained. All right, so you still have simple rules. Don't let the fact that the rule book is 27 pages worry you. Rebel Princess, score sheet, and then a pretty neat looking box here. We have Scheherazade, well, I don't know, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Pocahontas, the Ice Princess, the Pea Princess. Then you also have the Little Mermaid, Snow White, Mulan, Alice, Rapunzel, and Thumbelina. And then you have the round cards that are here in the bottom. And open that real quick. So, different kinds of arranged marriage, pet's revenge, wedding gift, single fairy, bathroom break, dancing queens, once upon a time, late to the ball, magic beans, 3 times a lady. So all of these different round cards that are here as well. Oh, some of those are dark. Just want to make sure that I keep them separate. All right, for whatever reason. Boom. So I was able to just take a little bit of time and talk to Jay Bernardo there and at Bezier Games. He's a great guy, a great marketing agent as well. So I wanted to take time to spend some time with him. And then these are the actual cards of the game. So you have different suits, looks like fairies, animals, princes, and princesses. Cool. So, again, I am looking forward to this. I also got a couple of bonus cards. So you have Beauty, and this is pretty cool. It has a little bit of that embossed finish on it, with some of those things really kind of breaking out a little bit. And then we also have Carmesina. And this has reflection. Use the power of any princess in the game that has not been activated yet this round. And the card has a little mirror on it. So that's a pretty cool little thing there. Carmesina setup and rules, and then the Beauty Princess and so forth, those will be put in here as well. Those are just little whatchamacallit, promos for them. And then there is this thing, and I just saw this called Happily Ever After, and I figured, you know, since I'm getting it, might as well get it all. And this is an expansion for Rebel Princess. So we have Little Red Riding Hood, the Swan Maiden, Happily Ever After rule book, looks like, and then a new score sheet and more round cards for the game as well. So that's a cool little package for an expansion as well, I think. So that is that. Looking forward to giving all these a try. And we'll see how it works. But that is Rebel Princess and the Happily Ever After expansion. There you have it. All right. So that can go down here. All right. Also picked up Vegas Strip. Now this was numero uno on my list for Gen Con because, two reasons. All play. They make great stuff. They make good games. And Vincent Dutrait artwork. So, we're going to take some time. Now, I've already opened this one because I was trying to get it played while I was at the convention. It never actually happened. But, again, a little bit of a letdown because I was hoping that it was going to be a bigger game. But I'm not worried about it. But I wanted a bigger game just because I like to gaze at Vincent Dutrait's artwork. But, as you can see, the artwork is very nice. So these are all of the different, whatchamacallits, all of the different casinos, I guess you could say, that are there. And so there's that. That's part of how his artwork is displayed. You also have the different and again I've only briefly read through the rules here, but it's basically you're trying to bet on a rigged casino, and there's also a secure casino where you're going to be able to, if you're betting on the rigged one, it's basically you're going to be able to get a little bit of extra money because the dealers in that rigged casino are actually helping you. But this is a safer bet because you won't get in trouble and so forth and so on. Now, I also purchased the extra bits for this, and it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people that you can play, characters. The base game comes with these characters over here and these characters over here. So in the game you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15 characters with the extra stuff. So that's the characters, and then you also have a couple of other pieces over here. But I really think that the game looks really good this way. This is also another game that I purchased the component upgrade for. So here you have all of the different characters that are out here. So I'll put these out here because they kind of showcase the artwork that's in there. But you get the idea, kind of. Is that? Yeah, we got a little bit more room. Yeah, there we go. So again, I haven't played the game yet, but I do very much want to. I think this, again, I am of the opinion that games are more fun if they look good. And this is one of those games that I believe looks really good because of the components that are here. Now, another reason why this is cool, because look at all the stuff you're getting in this little box, right? Now, this is the this is one of the component upgrades. I love it. Love it. Get it? And then these are point chips that look like poker chips. And these are other tokens that are going to be used with some of the different character abilities. But you kind of get the idea, yeah? Now I have to pick all this up for 5 seconds of sound bite. But I'm really looking forward to giving this one a try. And yes, I'm a sucker. I'm the first one to admit it, that if it's got Vincent Dutrait's name on it, as far as the artist is concerned, then count me in. So take that for what it's worth. And Another thing that's interesting about that is that everything kind of fits in here still. And I don't mean kinda, it actually does. Now, I want to make sure that I actually get it back in there again. So let's see how we can get this to happen. All right, so that goes in there, that can go in there like that. And then pretty much everything else just sits right on top of it. This can kind of go in here like that. Then we have these go here. And this are going to sit on top. These all kind of go together. And these go together into, where did it go? Oh, and then we got A, B, C, and the fixtures. So that will go on top just like that. And these guys go right in here, like so. Get the air out of there. That gets put in there like that. Then you've got this in here and that on there. Everything, I didn't do a very good job packing it this way, but everything fits inside the box. And normally I'm able to get it without lid lift. But there you have it, Vegas Strip. Looking forward to giving that one a try. Boom. All right, next. So much for the game of Sam. Uh-oh, he's doing a Vassal. That's funny. Okay, so I also picked up some games that were from, like, for example, Capstone Games was, if you spend so much money, an amount of money, I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks at their booth, then you got this little package of 3 small games. One is called Empire by Todd Sanders. Another one is called City Planner by Todd Sanders and Alban Viard. And then you have Railways by Alban Viard. So Todd Sanders and Alban Viard, they have nano games, 9 nano games, and this is numbers 1, 2, and 3. So I went ahead and picked that up. So Empire Planners, and then City Planners and Railways. So not going to show these off because I didn't purchase these, but I was given them for free. That's going to be something we'll take a look at later on. Again, got this one for free from Asmodee. Asmodee had an event that I'll be talking more about, where I showed you, you were able to see a short on the video on the channel earlier, last week, where I got to play Battle for Hoth, I got to play Fate of the Fellowship, and then I was able to take a look at 3 other games. I didn't get to play those 3 other games because we only had so much time for to play. I had to get back to the booth for my evening shift, and I didn't have time to stick around. But I played Battle for Hoth twice, and we played a few rounds of Fate of the Fellowship. And then later on, in another night, I was able to play 7 Wonders Dice, which is actually pretty cool. Anyway, in their little box, they gave a copy of this game called Mythicals. And again, not going to take a whole lot of time here, but that's what the game looks like. Looks like it's interesting. It is a 2-player game, so I'm going to see what how Jess and I enjoy it, and we'll get to that later on. But that is Mythicals. That was a free game. Also in that giveaway box was Toy Battle. And Toy Battle looks pretty cool as well. Basically, it's giving me a vibe of Clash of Clans, that the app game, but that's the vibe that it's given me. But this one apparently is doing very good on BGA, and I saw a post that Chris Yee has been playing it, so maybe somebody on the Dice Tower is going to be giving this one a go, a review here pretty quick. But this one looks interesting, but again, free copy, so we're not going to talk about it today or open it up. Now, another thing that I was able to purchase was Slings and Arrows. Now, this is one that I have, you know, I've enjoyed the unmatched system. You guys know that for sure. I'm also a Shakespeare fan. So this is one, when they came out with it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pick that up as soon as I possibly can. But you've got Shakespeare himself. You've got the Wayward Sisters. You have Hamlet, and then you also have Titiana. Now, Titiana also has a sidekick, Oberon, and then Hamlet has Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, which is pretty cool. And then Shakespeare's sidekick are the actors, and then the Wayward Sisters, you have three, heroes in there, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and give this one an open real quick and see what we can see. And again, I'm not going to open up all of the packs in this one. We'll just take a look and see what's in the box. You get kind of the idea. But you have all of this stuff. You have the actual setup for Slings and Arrows, and then you also have the core rules. So that's normal for all of these. Ooh, look at that. So this is the Wayward Sisters. So Howlet, Venom, and Sting, the three sisters. So that's pretty interesting. That's a coolness factor. So here you have Shakespeare himself, and then you have Hamlet down here and Titiana up there. Here is the board. So on one, you have the Globe Theater. That's pretty cool. And then on the other side, you have the Globe Theater again. But as per usual, with some of these sets at least, you have one side that is mainly more picturesque, that has just the rings in it, for those who may not be colorblind. And then you have another one that is colorblind assistant, where the colors have patterns behind each of these spots. So that's cool that they do that. So here you have all of the things that you need to put together the dials from earlier, and you also have all of the different tokens here for the sidekicks. And so you have the three actors, Oberon, and then Rosencrantz and Guildenstern for Hamlet. So those are pretty nice. And you have Shakespeare himself there. You have Titiana. And then you have Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Then you have the three sisters as well. So here's 1 and 2. And then the third sister as well. And as with all of the different sets, you have the packs and places to put all of their dials and their sidekicks over here. So everything works really well. They've done a bang up job with this system in here. So let's go ahead and put the actors over here where they belong. Then we have Oberon there and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern there. We'll put these back in so that we can just keep those where they need to be. And then all of this will just go in here for right now. But that is Slings and Arrows for the unmatched game system. All right, go back up top. Shakespeare is so fun. Super thinking having to make iambic pentameter with his cards to get his super off. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Lewis is here. Hi, Sam and all. Good to see you, Lewis. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yay, Toy Battle looks like so much fun. Plus, it's ridiculously cheap. Well, there you have it. That's also cool. Cover doesn't convince me. Don't judge a book by its cover. Sound familiar, says, super impressed by the literary value of unmatched English classics galore, Beowulf, Arthur Conan Doyle, Bram Stoker, H.G. Wells, R.L. Stevenson, plus the bard of Avon himself. What's not to love? Indeed. This is one that was on my list for Gen Con, and I was very happy to get a base game. They were already sold out. This is from Chip Theory Games, and it's also designed by, can't remember his name. Why am I doing this? Designed by, yeah, there we go, Manny Tremblay. Manny Tremblay, you may recognize his name from games like Dice Throne, Marvel Dice Throne, and from Loxley, and that's what kind of brought me in on this. It's convergence of Chip Theory Games. Huge props to Chip Theory Games. They've done a great job in the industry, and I always want to give them props because they're great people. And Manny Tremblay, love his design choices. And again, I know he's not the only designer of Dice Throne, but I love the design choices that are in my Dice Throne, Marvel Dice Throne. So this is one that hit my radar because of that convergence. So 1 to 4 players, solo mode, so I can teach myself how to play and all that kind of stuff. But also component quality on the inside of this box is really another thing that has got me excited to play the game. JT also really enjoys Chip Theory Games. There's that. Now, also like the art of the box as well. So let's get down to the table and take a look. So Roth, here we go. Wait. All right, so the nations of Drudgen have been locked in combat for generations. Can one brilliant commander rise above the fray and lead their faction to victory on an island with limited space and resources? You aim to find out. 1 to 4 player area control game that can be played in less than 90 minutes in player versus player, solo, and cooperative modes. Roth presents an array of strategic choices on an ever-changing neon-soaked battlefield. Players use their drafted dice to gain resources, move and deploy troops, and attack the opposition, all while trying to hold key positions and dominate various regions. Easy to learn, fast to play, and will leave people waiting to explore deeper strategies with the game's asymmetrical factions. There we go. I was saying that they sold out of their 2 bonus factions that I wasn't able to get to, but we'll have to come back to that at another time. To the Worthy. Very cool. So, Dized Tutorials. That's a cool thing. Dized is a great company, so take note of that. Rules of play. I like it. Wow, that's a thick page, man. Oh, no, 2 pages. Oh, well. So here we go. Looking through, these are all of the different factions. So it looks like the board game comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's 2 expansions that I wasn't able to pick up. But you get the idea. Not a whole lot of artwork in the rule book, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but I guess it does kind of allow them to fit more into the rule book and here's solo cooperative mode as well. So maybe that is good. That looks like a dwarf, man. Awesome. Loving the dwarves. All right, so that's the rule book. You have action reference cards, turn round overview. Wow, this looks, dude. This is, I mean, you have the same thing in like Too Many Bones. So All right. Told you. Told you I was looking forward to this. Boom. There's the battlefield. So, and again, I'm putting it that way on purpose just so that you can see the whole thing while I'm pulling out other things as well. Then here are the different faction. And again, all neoprene. The Alden. Wow, these are nice covers. The Guild. Coda. Uglan. And the Runine. I know which one I'm playing first. But isn't that neat? That's some nice artwork. Oh, wow. Man, we're not even... I'm not going to take this out, but it's just looks like a score tracker, I would imagine. But good night, man. This looks awesome. Then you have this little tray here, which has all of the different pieces that are used in the game. Look at that. These are awesome. Little gems. These are like little army pieces for, I imagine they match. Like these are the dwarves, the ram heads. Oh, these are awesome, dude. And then it looks like these are probably the guild. We have little daggers for the Thieves Guild. The Uglan with the hands, the Parasite. These are awesome little pieces, man. Awesome, awesome. And the, what is it? These are the Elden pieces. And then the Kida, which looks like little wolves, or maybe like a wolf clan or something like that. I like it, dude. I mean, I saw it on, as I was walking through, and I loved everything that's in the game, but dude, man, just having it here in person is even cooler. So, looks like there are different abilities for the Alden. Let's get to the dwarves. And then the Coda. Eye for an Eye. Uglant Invasion of the Horde. Parasitic Influence. These are for the Uglan. So again, remember, asymmetric factions, so they all have their own little abilities, and then the guild here has 3 of their own as well. That's cool. I am really looking forward to this. I'm going to be teaching myself how to play this pretty stinking quick. 12:40. Oh my goodness, been here for an hour already. So these are, looks like more faction-specific stuff. Yep, death and taxes. Love it. Show of strength. Dude, I am super looking forward to this. I cannot stress that enough. And I mean that rat quick in a hurry. I don't know what these are for. Oh, you know what? These are extra factions, I believe. Yeah. So we're gonna have some extra faction stuff in here because it don't have enough room to put all these in there. So, and there's more dice for the other factions, I would imagine. Dude, super excited about this one. Nice packaging as well. So that's gonna go in there like that. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. I already forgot. These will come in. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. Oh, that probably goes down below. And then that goes in there. Check it. These go in here. Fink, fink. That goes in there. This comes in here like that. All fits in, man. We'll keep this in here just in case. Yeah, looking forward to this one, baby. Woo! Components look awesome. Interesting art. Area control asymmetric. Ought to be a blast. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, another one that I've had my eye on for a while, and that is Posatano. Now, Posatano is you're building a kind of like a cityscape that looks like that place right there in Italy. And so this right here is what brought it up. I love 3D-esque toy factor high games. So I'm really kind of looking forward to this one a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to like it. You know, Slugfest has always kind of been hit or miss for me, but who knows? I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I withheld from picking up the 5 to 6 player expansion, so that might come to bite me in the butt later on, but I'm looking forward to at least giving this one a try, and if I think that it's going to be good with 5 to 6 players, I'll go and try to track that one down. But looking forward to this. Let's get down to the table and take a look. Where's Eric? Why is he not hitting good punchlines? I know, right, Micah? All right, so Posatano. See, check that out. Isn't that? Oh. All right, so here we go. So you got to build the little hillside, which not bad. Not worried about it. I am. Doesn't look like it. Well, it's not going to be. It's not going to be able to be stored. So that's a bummer. But if it's not hard to put together, I'm good. Let me see. Does it say? Yeah. I would imagine it's not going to be. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll fit in the box. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it will, though, because that's what's going to look like. I don't think that's going to fit back in this box. But maybe it will. Maybe it will. But anyway, that's the rule book. Not too long. It's the kind of thing that I like. These are awesome. So each of them have like a different facade. I don't know if you can see that. I'll take some off. I have to take one out of each one just so that you can kind of see. Each one has like a different facade. And maybe this will work. Where you can kind of see the different, like this has 2 window, this just has 1 window pane with 1 little window in there. The blue ones kind of have a domed window on there. Kind of get the idea? And then the yellow ones have a, I don't know what it's called, one of those kind of windows. Anyway, so that's how they fit on there. See? This is one of the reasons why I like this game. And then there are roofs that are shiny. Those are nice looking roofs. Is that your roof? That's a nice roof. And then silver, looks like gold, silver, and bronze roofs. That's neat. And a whole bunch of, oh wow. A whole bunch of plastic baggies. Those are probably for tiles, I would imagine. And then score sheet. And looks like a whole bunch of tiles. Cardboard tiles. Oof, man, those look thick. Those are thick tiles, man. Okay. A number of different tiles that are out here. And again, I know little about what all this stuff does. But, oh, there's the thing for the putting that together, which we're not going to do right now because I don't want to bore Eric. But here's all the different things. And I would imagine, all right, here we go. I'm just going to pop this out to see, to test, is it going to fit in the box after you put it all together? Boom. Nope. Ding, 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 ding. Won't fit because this is the bottom. So it's definitely not going to fit in the box. So I'll have to take it together, take it back apart. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well. Kind of, I was expecting it. I was expecting it. Hey, get back in there. What's wrong with you? Boom. All right, so we're just going to put all this back in here for right now so that we can get everything back together. All right, let's see here. Boing. I like the picture of the cover. Anything you have to build will never fit in the box ever. That's not necessarily true, although it is more often than not true. There have been some times that I've had to build something and it just kind of, it was built to become like part of the box. One of them was like a part of the storage insert. And I like it when companies are able to do that. They have something that they're going to use in the game. It's some kind of structure. And they go the extra mile to try to make sure that there's, it's useful. It is, but you're right. More often than not, it does have, if you have to build it, it's probably not going to fit in the box. But it's not always true. So I was hopeful. Hopes dashed. All right. Just have two more. Okay, two more. And this one right here was a purchase because, now again, this is probably not a game that's going to fall into my specific wheelhouse. But I have played this game before in its prototype form digitally. The designer, Costa, showed me this game when I was looking at other games that his company, Pythagoras? Some other games that he was publishing under Pythagoras company's line that we've done before. Cafe. The Kelté. He was showing me those games, and then this was one that he showed me while it was still kind of being developed. It had already been, the design was pretty much complete, but they were in the development process. And he didn't say that Capstone was going to be getting it, so that may have been development after all of that. But it's an interesting worker placement game, 1 to 4 players. And so you are a master glassmaker, and it's your job to plan, strategize, hire, and invest. And there are fierce competitors, all well known to you, all plotting their own path to victory. Only one of you will prove to be the true master. Only one will become perhaps as famous as William Stevens himself. So there is a little bit of a connection to history in this one. And that was another thing that kind of brought it out. But I'm thinking that JT is going to enjoy this one. That's one of the reasons why I picked it up. But again, we will be pretty quick here. And this is 1 of 2 games left. So there you have it. We're almost done, folks. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope that you're enjoying this, because you know I wanted to just provide a little bit of a debriefing, so to speak. All right, let's go ahead and get down to the table and take a look at Stevens. I have played Stevens. It's good, Micah says. Thank you, Micah. Appreciate you speaking up about that. So here we have the rule book, all of the different components and so forth, and a setup. So as you can see, it has a pretty involved setup. But what you do on a player's turn, new contracts, professions, all of that kind of stuff, permanent abilities, and so forth. It's an interesting resource management, worker placement type game that I enjoyed. And again, I've only played it once. Solo mode, I'll be looking into that a little bit later. Appendix, so you get the idea. And then iconography is here. I don't remember the iconography being very involved, but this is a neat little thing. Huh, what is this? Oh, I love it when people do this. So here's Stevens, and here is a little thing about William Stevens, the person after which the game is produced. So gives a little bit of a look into his life and so forth and so on. But again, I really enjoy when games include those kinds of things in it. So, wow, a lot of little tuck boxes in here. That's cool. That's Neato Frito. I like tuck boxes for games. Different player colors are here. And then I believe these are, I want to say they are, I can't remember. Good heavens, there's probably a components list. Translucent cubes, green, blue, and white. So they're bottles, glassware, and glass plates. So bottles, glassware, and glass plates. And then you have wooden cubes, which are wooden utensils, fabrics, and pottery. There you go. So cube pusher, right? Then a whole bunch of different cards. There is also, this is a cool thing, double layered boards, y'all. Very nice, actually. So that's what the player board would look like to the player. And you get the idea. And so as you basically work through this list, you get other things unlocked for you. So that's pretty neat. And then here is the board and some other, let me leave those in there for now. And here is, let me put it the other way. So there is a track down here at the bottom that you're going to be working along down. And how far you are is how many points you're going to be able to score, but it's there's other things that are involved there as well. I can't remember. Again, I've only played this game once, but I do remember some, just not all. But that's the board, and then here are some tokens. So money tokens, and then other types of commodities and whatnot. So I'll leave most of that in there, and then of course you have a slew of cards. But It's good stuff. Good stuff. And Micah can attest, as she already has, it's a good game. So it's not just me, folks. But I did enjoy this game. So when I saw it, I had to pick it up. I'm going to put that in there too, along with this. So that is Stevens from Capstone Games, designed by Rolla and Costa. All right. We have just one more game to go over here. And this was a impromptu spur of the moment purchase, because I like games that are about Atlantis. I think it's a cool theme, and this one is one that has a rondel in it. I like rondel games. But Konstantinos Karagianis and George Halkias are the designers. I know very little about the game, but I saw Rondell and thought I want to give it a try because it looks cool, as I'm hoping that you will agree with me on as we get into the game, as we get into the box. But this is from Capstone Games. So when I was picking up Stevens, I saw this one was available and wanted to get it. Let's get down to the table, take a look. So Atlantis Exodus. You are basically, I don't think, another thing is that there's nothing in this game that says that it's cooperative. Presents the kings with the challenge of rescuing as many citizens as possible before the impending downfall, and by doing so also saving the knowledge they have acquired for a different world and time. We have 5 years to do this. Each year presents the inhabitants with new challenges under constantly changing conditions, who will ultimately be best at protecting his population and making a fresh start. See, that doesn't say that there is that this is cooperative. This says that we are saving as many citizens as we can, but we are trying to be the best. Here's the setup, and you'll see in just a minute why it's a rondel, but it's also a shifting rondel. So that's another cool factor about the game. This looks really good, and I'm hoping that it is, but we'll have to see. Check that out. All right, here we go. Check this out. All right, let's get this open. We're gonna open this, and we're gonna move this out of the way so we can set this up. So this comes out, and oh, that's not gonna fit. Oh, I bet you that goes right there like this though. For pink. All right. And then we have, this goes over here for pink, and this goes over here for pink. All right, so that's the board, and then that sits inside. All right, and you've got this shifting rondel. I really like this board. I really like it. And again, it might be the gimmick that's reaching out to me, but oh, it looks like the board doesn't really kind of, let's see, doesn't really kind of fit together well. That's a bummer, but I think this is supposed to go inside. Anyway, there you have it. I still like the board. I still think it's a cool thing, and there's all this stuff. Goodness gracious. Look at all that stuff. And as you're going through all of this, but you kind of get the idea. A lot of nice. It's super Euro game, dude. You know what I'm saying? But there are these pieces as well. Each piece, each player has their own little king piece here for the different factions, which I think is pretty stinking cool. And then you also have, I think, you know, a second dude, like a scribe or something like that, for each of them as well. So really neat. And then you have all of these different citizens that are going to be out there in the different colors, and each color represents different kind of citizen. But these are all wooden. So again, component quality is great. I really like it. And then I believe these are just point tokens, so we won't worry about that so much. Silica gel has to be put away so that the animals do not get it. Since we have kitties everywhere, that's all right. I think I was able to downsize at least one plastic baggie. Oh, no, 2 plastic baggies, because watch this. For pink and for pink. All right, just downsize 2 plastic baggies. Bada bing, bada boom. And let's see, what else do we have in here? We've got more. Interesting. And then a bunch of cards. Not going to open all those up. And then more plastic baggies. More lambus bread. Just like that. That's in there. All right. Oh no, I didn't close it. Oh, poo-poo. I thought it was closed. Dang it. All right, I can get it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize this, but each of these different colors has a different shape. That's pretty neat. I'm going to put these on here, see if you can notice. Oh, the white one won't be able to. Well, maybe not. Nope, I was wrong. They're all the same. They looked different, though. Now, let's close this well this time. Oh, wait, let's get the silica gel out of there, though. All right, that can go back in. That goes in there, that goes in there. And then we have all of these things. And then this comes apart as well. That will go like that for pink. And then that can go in there just like that. I am actually looking forward to this one even more than I was before because I really like how that looks. But that is Atlantis Exodus from Capstone Games. Boom! I think you are right. Well, at the very least, it breaks down into 2 pieces, if I remember correctly. Is this based on the Disney property? The font for the title looks the same as for that movie. No, I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure I saw that on Fate of the Fellowship Dice Tower fits in the box. Yeah, I think it does because it's one of those that actually uses, you know, parts of the thing as part of the storage solution for the game. That is something that I saw. As Marv said in Home Alone 2, what a haul! My personal favorite for now, Icar, Toy Battle, Roth, and Atlantis Exodus. Plus, good to have you back, Sam. Your influence was still felt, though. Bought Blood Rage, ordered Gnar. Yeah! 2 awesome games. Well done, my friend. All right, well, that is that. I've been here for an hour and a half, plus 6 minutes. So thank you for being here. I know this is not our normal fare for Tuesday mornings. We'll get back to that next week. But this week, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I will have a video going up tomorrow, which is basically going to be 3 first impressions and a lasting impression that we will talk about tomorrow. And that's going to be on the Dice Tower. But here on the flip side, we're going to go ahead and start off. We got to get these games played. So I'm going to pick one of them to do solo, and we're going to get that played. And then Thursday, we're going to go back to Heat, pedal to the metal, because I'm going to be doing race 3 of 1961 tomorrow. And so, I'm sorry, on Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to be doing something hopefully with JT, and we'll be looking forward to that. So we're going to get back to normal here this week, even though today was not our normal. It belongs in a museum stream, but we'll get back to that next week. But as far as frequency of videos is concerned, we're going to get back to normal this week. Thanks for being here, and thank you so much for your support. We hit 9,000 subscribers over the weekend. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. We hope that will only continue. And we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So we've only got 1,000 left. We can do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And I'm looking forward to what we have got cooking for our 10,000 subscriber pot. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals tomorrow on the flip side. Take care.